Designs. Nana Kaye here with NanaKayeDesigns.com and the Altered Book Nook on Etsy.com. We are going to work on our last signature for the Sunny Sunflower Days. We've got these two pretty much done. Just a few odds and ends probably to do in them. We might find something, but anyway, those are about ready to get sewn into a cover. So our two next steps are to put some stuff into this one and make it a little fatter and do the cover. So we're going to wrap this up hopefully this week, which is the first week in November. So I'm hoping we're going to wrap this one up and can then go back to 'tis the season and get it finished. Okay, we got a project we're going to work on today, and it's this project right here. I'm going to do another one pretty much, or kind of similar, not exactly. Of course, I'm going to use different paper style, but the technique, the folding techniques will be about the same. It makes it, it's not real fat. It's kind of flat. I made it as flat as I could, but it's got a lot of twists and turns. So let's see what this particular fold out or flip out is going to do. All right, first of all, I started out with this kind of piece of paper. I got a real heavy 110-pound cardstock, and I'm using that because I put this on the sheet dyed paper, copy dyed paper, and that's a real thin piece of paper, so I put this on it. I'm using this as my base, so this will be our base for our project. Now, here's how the project works. When you open up the book, the first thing you have is a secret writing spot right in the front. Looks like it's just a pretty little envelope there, but when you open it up, you got your lined papers. That's on the very front. This is glued down here and here. And then underneath there, we have another little writing spot. Okay. And that's just a little tuck hole there. This is like a belly band all the way through. So everything, you can put something a little larger if you want. I just kind of liked that. Okay, then we open this up, and we've got a kind of a wallet right here. We've got a tuck spot on this side. And then on this side, we have another writing spot right here that folds out that way. And we got a little tuck spot here to put a little something in. And I just put a piece of clip art because somebody may want to decorate it, you know. So anyway, that's what's there. And then when you pull this up, you got another little writing spot right here that's tucked down with the hat. Just slide it back on the hat, but you got a writing spot there. Okay, and then underneath here, you have another writing spot all the way down. So that's that piece. Okay, and then this piece here, this wallet, is glued down right through the middle. It's glued down here, here, and then right through the middle. So that gives me a little pocket right here with a little writing spot. And it gives me a pocket underneath with another little writing spot right here. So you got a little writing spot on both of those. And then it's glued down here and here to make a pocket. This piece here is glued to the page to make a pocket, and then in that you have a tag. Okay, so that's our project today. This is going to be what we go by. Like I say, this is probably going to be a little different, but I'm not even sure what page I'm going to put this on yet, but this is going to also be a little different, but pretty much kind of open up the same. Maybe not quite as fat. We really don't want two exactly alike in the same girdle. Maybe not. I don't know. It really doesn't matter, I don't think, as long as you like all those flips and turns. So we're going to start with a base. And my base is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And no, 1, 2, 3, 4 and a half. I'm going to come in here right now. And I'm going to put it here, and I'm going to kind of level that off because it's a little, where I folded it originally, it's a little uneven. So we're going to run it right down that. Maybe not. I'm going to go just inside that halfway mark and just kind of trim off a lot, just a little bit of that to make it flatter. Like I said, I had folded this originally. Okay, so just like a little slivers, all I'm cutting off. All right, so got this ready. I'm going to go ahead and ink this up so I won't forget. And I think I'm going to keep this one square. I rounded all the corners on this one, but I think this one I'm going to keep square. And I think The first thing I'm going to do is decorate it with, like I say, I want to do it a little different. I don't want it to be exactly the same. So I'm going to decorate this with corner tabs. Right here, corner tabs. That's if I can find everything I need, guys. Bear with me. Okay. This might be a kind of a long video because it's kind of a large project. But it is so, to me, this is so fun having all these interactive parts. I get my inspiration from Kathleen Moore and Kate Moore. Both of them are junk journal people. They both do full junk journals, not these digitals. They do full junk journals. Mine, I'm using the Sunny Summer Day digitals to do mine. But I think I have found my niche. I think this is what I love doing. It's all these interactive parts. It's a journal. I love having all those little hidden journaling spots. It just makes it just kind of special to me. So this is the way I will probably be doing all of my journals from now on. I like this technique. Okay, I'm going to do 4 corners here. And I really don't need to do anything but glue the top. So we're just going to cut this in half like this. Okay, guys, if you buy my kits and get these corner holders, there's no problem. They're in the kit. I think in every kit since I've done blue tranquility. It might have been since fuchsia greens. But I do have, I hope, inside every one of those kits, I have the stencil to do this. Now, at some point in time, I may go on Photoshop and show you how to take this pattern, which it comes like this on your, let me find one, guys. It'll be like this inside of your folder, but I might show you how to go on Photoshop and scan this in and then put an overlay on it, which is called a clipping mask, and change it. That way you can change the color to any pattern. I mean, as you see right here, here's another example. This was a pink one. I did the same thing. I just had it scanned in, and then I did this clipping mask over it. So I'm going to probably do a class on that. That way I don't have to keep adding my corner folder or corner tabs into all my kits. That way you can do your own. That's if you got Photoshop. If those don't have Photoshop, of course, I'll still have to keep doing them. But anyway, that's something that is in the future for doing. I'm going to be clipping this video off and on again. There's another one I've done, and that's a pretty in pink, but that's coming up soon. All right, let's go ahead. This is what I want to do with this one to make it a little different. As you see, we're putting the tabs on the corner of the book. Let me get the book up here in sight. There's my tabs. That was a wraparound tab. This tab here is going to be, well, I guess I need to pull my pen out, don't I? This is going to be not a wraparound tab. This is just going to be a laid-on tab because we're going to glue this down. We don't need to wrap it around. But I just want the look. I just want that tab look. It kind of makes it look like a photo to me, maybe. I don't know, just something different. Like I say, we're going to make it very simple, but we don't, we don't want it too exactly alike in the same signature. Now, if it had been on another signature, it'd be fine, but I think my other 2 signatures are fat enough. And I will be doing more videos when we start back on the holiday one, 'tis the season. And some of the same techniques can be used in pages that didn't get finished in your, if you haven't finished in your sunny summer days, if you're following along with me. Okay. And just bear with me. My fingernails are a mess. It's the weekend, and I haven't had time to do anything except what I'm doing right here. Okay, we've got our base start. Now, our next step is our wallet. This is what I call a wallet, okay? And I may not layer my next wallet quite as much as this one, because I do like this. I mean, really, I like that. But we may do it differently. I may not put a bottom tuck here. I may do everything at the top. Let's see how that works out. Let's don't do it exactly the same. Okay, so we're going to start out with, now I also want my wallet to be a little strong. So that's the only other thing we're going to do with 110. And then after that, everything else that's done in here will be done with the 28-pound cardstock. So I want my wallet to be a little larger this time, I think, because I don't really want to do a bottom one. I want it different. So let's look at possibility of making it a little bigger. Okay, and but fold it out the same. So first step, let's fold it over, make it even turn over. Now what I am using here is just one of the journal pages so that I could get a little bit of the artwork. You could even use here, you could even use a thank you note or something that's already pre-printed and then just put some paper over the top. But I am going to do this. Now, this piece has to come all the way over. Now I'm going to turn this, I think this way, because this is going to go on another page in the back of the book. I want it on the other coffee stain. Okay, we had to open it up towards the inside on this one. We wanted to open it on the outside of this one. So we're going to flip it over and turn it this way. Now this one over here, as you see, folds out that way. Okay, but we're going to do this one a little different because we're going to put it here and we want it to fold this way. All right. I don't want it quite that large. I'm going to bring it right over here. So I'm going to cut a little bit off. How wide is it already? Let's see. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5. If I do it 4, that's too small. If I just cut off, let's cut off a 1/2 inch first and see what it gives us. Just going to cut this little bit of this 1/2 inch off this bottom area and see what we end up with size-wise. Okay. So we want our edge to this edge of the paper because we want it to open this way. And I'm going to have to pull my sample out here. And we're just working on the wallet. We're just not working on this top piece, just the wallet. So that's what's underneath. You can't really see a whole lot of, so it really doesn't matter if we do it this way. And just leave it blank because we're going to add other stuff to it. I still like this little bit of design on it. But then if I lay something over, I don't think that matters. Okay, so I like the size. I like it a little better. I like it middle way in between my tags. And we may just do a little decoration down here. But this is the way this one's going to open. So first things first, are we going to round the corners or are we not? Let's decide if we want to keep everything square. Let's ink it up and see what it looks like. That's the first thing that helps you decide if you want to round your corners. You know what? I'll tell you what, I'm not going to round the corners. I'm going to do something a little different. All right, I am going to do and next thing I'm about to forget, we don't want this side. We want a little bit of a gap here, okay? Or do we? Maybe not on this one. Maybe we will just... All right, I need to cut just a little bit more off because I want it to absolutely fit. I want it to fit right in between our tabs perfectly. So I'm going to cut another little slither off. Lay it this way so I can see. I want maybe 1/8 of an inch. But let's see how that does. Lay it right on that line. Make sure this edge is straight. If my head gets in the way, I apologize, guys, but I have to be able to lean over to make sure I'm right. I got to cut it twice because I'm cutting through 2 thickness here. There we go. Just a little bit. It wasn't much cut off, but I think that'll make it fit in between like I want it exactly. See, that's what I want. That's the look I'm going for. And the wallet does come all the way out, but this front side doesn't come all the way out, so it shows that it opens. I'm going to cut just a tiny bit off that too. Not a lot. Just enough, though, that when you're looking at this, you know you're in an interactive piece here. and you want to cut some of it off. Well, you know that that's going to open. And that looks like we might be a little crooked. We are really crooked down this side here. So I'm going to go back this way. It is really kind of crooked, but if I do that, then I'm going to be too small. Let's see if we can straighten this up a little. I don't know why, but my eye is seeing crookedness there, and I don't like that. I'm going to look. It might not be. It might just be my head playing jokes on me, but I think I'm seeing, yep, a little bit, yeah. You may not think that makes a big difference, but that much can make a difference in the visual look of something. So we're there, 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 and there. All right, now we're going to come with this edge here. I'm going to cut just a tiny bit off of this front edge here. Not a lot, because I don't want it to mess up. I want it to be pretty even. So I'm going to come right here so that when you open the book, you can tell that there's an opening there. I hope that makes sense what I just said. So maybe another 1/8 of an inch I cut off there. See, so now you got a little edge there. You can tell that there's an edge there. And I do think I'm going to do a decorative edge. I'm not going to do a corner though. I'm going to do something a little different to fancy it up a little. Like I said, we want this one to be different than this one. So on this one, I got to remember I'm going to be adding this to it. And we're going to flip it out this way instead of flip it up, okay? So we are going to take our pretty little fold corner thing like this. And I'm just going to make a fancy corner. See, just something a little different. I hope you can see it. When I put the ink on it, you will see it better. I hope. But a little something different. All right, now we're going to, like I said, we're turning it this way. So I got to get my head together. We're going to glue it down here. And we want to leave a pocket. Well, I just don't think I'm going to be able to keep it up that way. So what I'll end up doing is I'm going to cheat a little. Okay, I don't want a pocket down this bottom this time. So what I'm going to have to do, I think, to make it visually look for me, this is just me. I'm experimenting, guys, so bear with me. I think I'm going to try to put a corner on it and match it up. And this is for visual. There's no other purpose in this except that the first corner is down for protection. But these corners that I'm working on now is just for visual aesthetics of what we're doing so that it doesn't look strange. And we cut it in half because, like I said, we don't need to wrap. We just need this just for visual looks. Going to ink it up. I'm a lunatic here. Let's see if we can make this work. If I pull it down further, if I pull it all the way, I get a pocket here and a pocket here. And that's what I'm going with. It's a pocket there and a pocket there. So what I'm going to end up having to do is put one of these down on top of this so that when you open it, you're seeing the aesthetics there, but no other reason. Okay? That's no fun acting crazy. Just ignore it. And I'm going to put it just like that. Okay. I'm going to leave that. All right. I just need it on this card for right now, and I don't need it all the way over. We're going to cut that off, I think. Okay. Leave that on that, and I'm going to cut this off. Hey, and guys, I'm just experimenting here. I may just totally toss this in a second if I don't like it. But I'm trying to make sure that it looks like it's just naturally supposed to be there. Okay, so if we pop this all the way to the bottom, and we're going to glue it, you're not going to notice it that much. And I think we're on this one, the pockets, we're just going to have one pocket. So this is going to get glued down, and this side's going to get glued down right on that edge. And then we'll put another one of those in here so that when it's open, you're seeing that, okay? So let's go ahead and do that so I don't get any more confused than I already am and confuse you. So on this one, we're going to glue it all the way around, leaving the top open, leave the top open. We're going to make that into a pocket. And I may, just may, decide, we'll figure it out in a minute. But we've got to make sure that while we're gluing it, that we're gluing it all the way to this bottom, and it's got to come all the way over to this edge, like this. And it didn't do it, but it's got to be right on that edge. I don't want it any other place. Okay, I think I've got it. Okay. I started out a little different on this one. Very similar. Like I said, now this is this piece that we're just, this whole piece here that we're working with right now. And I'm going to take the other half of this, ink it up like this. Oh, y'all know how to ink. I act like you don't even know how to ink, don't I? Okay. And then we're going to put that one on that corner, on the inside of this card. I may end up doing it at the top, but for right now, until we get all the design done, we're going to leave it off. Okay, make sure it's going to close without wrinkling, without making a mess. Okay, so there. Now that's just, like I said, that's for the aesthetics of it. Just so it looks good to me. All right, there we go. So now you can see that this is a little edge. I may put a tab or something there. Don't know. I haven't decided yet. All right, let's go back. Let's work on this front. We're going to do, all right, another fold out on the front. And this had a belly band. So let's do it differently this time. Let's make the belly band in this way when we put our card. And we're going to let it flip out this way. I think it can flip out that way. It can flip out either way, guys, whichever way you want. Or you can make it flip out at the top again. I'm trying to think. If I want it to flip out at the top, I kind of like the idea of it going out this way. Okay. All right, let's just go with it. All right, now what we're going to need is some lined paper, front and back. And I thought I had done a bunch of them, but that's the way it is every time I get ready to sit down and design. I can't find what I've done. There's one. And we want it to fold out this way. So I want, no, my lines aren't going the right way on that way if we do it that way, so we may have to do it upright. And the only thing is, I've got so much pattern there, I don't want to make this one have a lot of pattern. And I've made this so much larger, we need to do something a little different. All right, I need a larger piece. That doesn't look strange peeping out of. And I really would like to get a trifold in it, but it's not going to be wide enough. So I need to go back and revamp this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to probably go in, I like this design, if I can find this pattern, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in and cut something that will go this way. This way, but I want it long, the long piece of the sheet, the 11 inches. I want it this way. That's what I'm talking about, because I want to be able to fold it more than one time. So I want it to go this way, and this way, and this way. That's what you want right there. See, that's about the size I want. So I got to go back and do me another piece of printed paper so that I can work on this. So I'll be right back. Just give me 1 minute. It won't take me but a minute to print one of these. I'll be right back. Okay. I think this is 28 pounds. It's a little thin, but we're still going to go with it. I think I put the wrong paper on our print. Okay. Okay, with this piece, I went ahead and printed it. So, Now, the idea is to make this pocket. And you see it's got lines on the back. So I really just want to fold this into 3. And I want to make sure that we're not going to crumple up. And I want it to open up. I really don't want this. I want this piece probably a little larger and this piece a little smaller, because we want to be able to have a, so do I want it this way? Do I want it this way? Well, that's on there. Okay, or do I want it this way? Where that's that way. That's still too big. Okay, I gotta work on this a minute. Let me see if I can get this folded right. But I've got a little sample here of what size I want it. I want it this size. So I'm going to fold my paper. Hopefully I get it right this time. I didn't get it right the first time. So, definitely not that side. And this is another thing. You can do it however you want it. You're going to have to kind of measure to go along. I really concentrated on making that the size I wanted it. And I got to make sure. Okay, when I fold this one over, this is key right here, because what you want to do is we want to fix a little bit of a tuck here so that this will stay shut. So I've had to fold it like that. I got just about the same. All right, the next step is to cut it where it's going to fall in between. See this pretty decorative design I have here? Now that's up to you, but mine's a decorative design, so I'm trying to make it look like it's supposed to. All right, so I want my card, my flip here to fall right in between these two. So I'm going to cut this right there. I folded it 3 over 3 so it'll flip out. Lord, I am just struggling today. These things are really fun to make, but when I'm on the video, it's kind of hard because I've got to sit here and explain, because a lot of times I'm just brainstorming as I go along. Now I can save this for another flip of some sort, so I'm setting that aside. I don't want to lose that. Okay, now the next part of the prep is my tuck. This is going to be my tuck. I took one of my cutouts from one of my sheets that I had extra like this. See, and I've been cutting all these out and filling my little bucket up here with them. So I cut a piece off that. I'm going to save the rest, and I'm going to make a tuck right here. But I got to make it strong. So what I did is I took 2 pieces of 110-pound cardstock and glued them really tight together. Now I'm going to lay this on top of that. I'm going to glue this, which is only out of the 28-pound cardstock, so it wasn't strong enough to use as a tuck. So I'm going to glue this down now on top of these 2 pieces of 110-pound. Right there. I'm going to press it hard. I want it really well down onto that piece of paper where it all becomes one piece. All right. You'll let it dry a few seconds. Then we're going to cut this off. Takes me a few minutes to do these fussy cutting, but these larger ones aren't as bad as those tiny ones. And it don't have to be perfect, because you're gonna stain it a little bit. But this is your tuck spot, so, and it's really the first thing somebody sees on this particular project that you're doing. I haven't thought of a name, but I thought maybe a stacked flip out. That's what I think I'm going to call it, a stacked flip out. But there could be like several patterns of this, because like as you see, this is one stacked flip out right here already. We're doing a different one, so we could have one stacked flip out 1, 2, 3. We'll figure it out, guys, so that if you're having to look them up for a reference, you'll know which one you're looking for. I do want to try to make it simple for you, because sometimes you have to see this done 1 or 2 or 3 times before you can actually do it without having to see it. And you really don't have to see it. You really look at these for inspiration, and then you come in and do it how you want to do it. That's what I do. I look at other people, the way they do things, and then after I've watched the whole video, I come over here and just sit down, and mine may not be like theirs exactly, and I don't want it to be, and I just sit down and start doing my own. Now, next thing I need to do is I need to stain my edges. Okay, and this is a double side, so it's going to be a writing spot. It's a journal. It's a writing spot. Okay, take me a few minutes to stain. It's going to be kind of a long video, guys. So I'll go ahead and warn you. Because we're already into 30 minutes and we ain't really hardly got anything done. But it might start going along fast now. Now that I've kind of got my head together on this first piece. Okay. Now, we want this to be a tuck spot. Now, which way do we want a tuck spot? Do we want it to tuck in this way, which is the way this one's tucked in, or do we want to come in with this one? So, this way, which would be looking like that. It would tuck under it like this. And I kind of like that, but I'm not sure because we're going to actually have a card here. Yeah, that's the way we're going to do it. We're going to make our tuck spot. We're just going to do everything opposite of this one. So this one's going to go down here, and we're only going to glue this side and this side. Remember, before I had to glue this side, and through the middle to get my two pockets, but we're only going to do one pocket on this one. So we're going to just get in between here and here, and we're going to hold this piece here, and I'm going to glue here, here, and here. This is what we're going to do. We're going to glue it right here and here. And I am not rounding this one off, except in certain areas maybe. I might round some of it off, and I may use the fancy corner since that's what I started out with. But for right this second, we're just, come on, get in the right spot. It's got to be between the two decorative designs on the front page, and I'm going to bring it all the way over to this edge. Okay. Well, that one I centered. I'm going to bring this one all the way over to the edge, and the background design is going to peek through. Okay, so this is going to open this way. I am going to come in with this, which is my decorative punch, and I'm going to do these corners with my decorative punch. Now, on this one, I just used my corner rounder. On this one, I'm going to use the decorative punch. Just something to give me a little variety. Something to look a little different. And you use whatever equipment you got. You may not have one of these corner rounds like this. You may have something different. Use whatever you got. Make sure you do a little, well, I'm not going to say make sure you do a little staining. If you like staining, make sure you do a little staining. Okay, we've got that. This is pretty dry. This is our tuck spot. And it's going to glue right here. So, this is another thing you have to look at aesthetically, and that is to see where this is going to look the best to blend with your thing. Do you want it all the way down to this corner? Do you want it right in the center? Which on this one, I think right in the center is going to work fine. This piece is going to come in and tuck, so we only want to glue it part of the way. So, I'm only going to glue the bottom half. That'll give me strength on my tuck here. Just going to glue the bottom half down. I'm going to make sure that it stays. There's our pocket there, okay. Make sure it's right on the edge and it kind of blends right in with that background. Let's keep it straight. Now, okay, keep it straight. Okay. Take my trusty little plate here and press down. Okay, so we've got the first part done like that, giving us a little tuck. Then it opens up this way. That is so cute, isn't it, guys? Isn't that really cute? Okay, next thing, I want a little quote of some sort. So I'm going to grab my Tim Holtz ideology. Oh my God, there's one that says make a difference. There's one that says there. Great things take time. I like that because these take time and they are just so cute when you get through. So let's do the great things take time. To blend, to make it match, of course, come in with my vintage photo or whatever color you start out with. I'm using the vintage photo. These are sticky already, but just for safety's sake, I'm just going to put a little bit more glue on it. And I'm not, that one I put down there, but I'm going to put this one right on the top. Right there. Great things take time. And I'm probably going to come back with a butterfly when I have some on my desk. Right this minute. Unless they're in this little carrier here. And they're not. These are my die cuts. I'll come get some butterflies later and we'll put one there. Okay, but anyway, there's that. So your first flip is done, okay? We've got, this is our fold out here, and this is our first flip. So, this part's done. Now we've got to make our little thing to tuck in our top pocket. Okay, our top pocket, which is going to be right here. Remember, we didn't glue this down right here. So that's going to be a tuck right there, behind that. So, we're going to take one that we've already cut off. That's a little one. That could be, okay, get behind there. I promise you guys that's okay. All right, there's a tuck going to be right behind there. So, we're going to have to stuff something in there. And I don't want anything majorly big. I don't want anything with a lot of intricate design. So, I think I'm going to cut, wait, I've got to do it this way. I'm going to cut this one off. I'm going to cut it off. We don't need this extra flap. It's only going to go down to there. So, right about here. Okay, right about here. I'm going to cut this one off. It's just going to be another little hidden riding spot right there in that tuck. I'm going to cut it here and here. Okay, let's lift this aside a second. Grab our ruler. And just cut that off. That didn't help, did it? You know what? Let's don't make a boo-boo. Let's get it right. Okay. And that is definitely not straight at all. So, I'm going to make it a little bit thinner. Maybe I can cut all the way through this time. This is a good indication to me that my blade's getting dull. So, I got to pop another one off. All right. All right. So, now that's going to fit in that hidden tuck spot right there. And I'm going to have to cut a little bit more off the bottom. Because we don't want it to stick up too much above the pocket. So, let's cut it off right there where you already drew a line. Get it measured across here. Press down. About that way. Alright, and let's get us a little piece of ribbon. You know what? This little daisy's cute. Let me show you this one. That may be what I use for my pool. I got a whole string of these, but this is what I'm probably going to glue on here from my pool. Let's just take a look at it. We don't want it to look, don't want it to hang too completely out. And I really think I want my card just a tiny bit smaller because I don't want it to stick up that far. So let's cut a little at a time now, because you know you can always cut more off, but you can't put it back on once you cut it off. So it's better to cut a little at a time to get what you want. All right, so now that's going there. Pretty much down all the way, and then we need to put something on top to pull it. I have to use my Fabri-Tac on this one. Yep, I use my Fabri-Tac. Come on. Just at the bottom of it, because we're going to glue half of the page. I think I do one on top. Like so. Press down. I'll let that dry a minute, because that Fabri-Tac takes a little longer to dry than my other. So let's let it dry a minute. I'm going to have to sit here and fan it. I got a little bit of a edge on this, so I want to cut these little, there's just two little pieces where it was hooked together on the thing. Do that, and then I'm going to take a little bit of this glue and just make sure, just in case I accidentally cut the threads, I'm going to put that right there so that my embroidery don't come apart at some other time. All right. So now we got a writing spot here. We've got to do the edges, ink it out, and I may do another little fancy edge on this one. Since that's the thing we started with, I think we should kind of stick with it. What do you guys think? I just think that would look nice. And I'm not going to do it on the back piece, just on this front piece. Now I really want some ink on this inside too. Just touch it up a little. It doesn't have to be a lot. Don't really have to come in a lot. But I do just kind of like to grunge up my edges. When I start using vintage photo, I like everything to be kind of grungy. Okay, so that looks good. Let's just look and see what it's going to look like in the tuck spot. Oh, yeah, I like that, guys. I can't pull on it yet, but that's tucked in. All right, let's do this edge here. I'm going to take my edger, get it fit in the frame, pop the edge on. Oops, I got that crazy thing on there now. Pull it off for a second. It's not quite dry. Get my edge popped first. And that's the good thing about this stuff. It will go back on there. And press down. I'm going to do an extra little bit of this too. I'm being extra cautious. Oh, excuse me. I'm using both types of glue on that little tough rascal. Okay. So we need to stain it up because you can't even tell there's a pretty edge there. And I really want it dark. So I'm going to really stain the edge. Inside and out, I think. I'm going to do this one. Okay. All right, that is right cute. Now you can really see that you've got something you need to open there. Look and make sure we're straight. We're not. I gotta keep trimming. Okay, open it up though. I don't want to cut my fancy corner off. It's going to be just a bare slither, y'all. See? Funny how those little things matter, though. There we go. This one is... I might need to cut just a tiny slither off this one, too. I'm not sure. I'm going to look at it because it didn't look real straight to me. And we'll know in a second. Yep, just that tiny bit made the biggest difference in my eye. You can see it. I'll put it in my palm of my hand, but it's just a teeny tiny piece. And that did make a big difference. So, stain again. Okay. This piece is done. I think the glue is fairly dry, so that can go in the tuck spot behind there now. So, let's take a gander what we've got done. We've got the front writing spot done. We've got the tuck behind it done. Now we're going to start on the inside of this. Okay, so all this right here is already done. So when we open up, we have a piece here. And I hope I didn't mess up because I need to make that flip up. I still got room to do that here. Okay, so we got to cut a piece. It's going to, let's go look at this. You know what? I may just make this one flip out this way. This one flips out. This one flips up this way. So we need to get this piece done. So if we're going to put it in this way, we got to get it in there. It's going to go right here on this piece. All right, we got plenty of room. It's going to flip. I'm going to go ahead and flip it up on this side so that we don't hide that, okay? We got to remember that we're opening the other way. So, this piece is made where it is got just a paper design. Okay, so we need another flip up. And I might just use this one. We've already got it. And we may just flip it out this way. Since that one flipped up, we may flip this one out this way. Okay? Yep. 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 And we won't do anything else except decorate this a little. Okay, that one's going to work out fine. We're going to trim it up just a little. Again, I want to stay in between this groove and this groove, so we really need to cut off, not a lot, not a lot. We need to put it this way and cut it right about there. Okay. And I'm going to look at that. All right, cut this off so it'll fit in. And that's why I just toss my pieces that I cut off aside so that I will be able to work on them. Something else, because usually I can find a spot for another one of those fold outs like that. Okay, we took about a quarter inch off that one. All right, and this is going to be, our piece is going to lay flat on our piece. And we got to decorate that. So this piece is going to be decorated. So that's what we're going to do with this here. And I may, this is the one I used, okay, we're going to do this. All right, so let's get that flap done. That flap's going to fold out that way. We're going to glue down between the two spots, giving me just a little bit of space all the way around. So let's ink it up so we can see what we're doing. I swear I get really confused if I don't ink these things up. I can't see them really well because all the paper's blending right this minute. It's all the same. Okay, again, we need a decorative corner on this front. Okay, so this one we're going to glue right here. And we may put a tuck spot here if we can. But this one's going to open just like this. Okay? No, this one's going to open the three-way. This is going to go like this. Because we're going to actually put something else here. So this is the way this is going to go. Okay. Get my head on right. Okay. All right. So we want to glue this piece here. And I'm not using it for a tuck spot or anything, so that's fine. Just glue this whole thing down. Now you could, if you wanted to, make a tuck spot or a pocket on one side of this. You know, do another one sometime, we may do that. Okay, but this piece, I don't want a decorative corner, nothing like that. We want it to fold completely out. We're going to center it right there. Well, we got a little bit all the way around. Let's make sure we're even. Okay, and this piece is going to fold out. Okay, our decorative corner is going to go right here on this one. Decorative corner here. Decorative corner here. Okay, ink it back up so you can see that corner. Okay, same thing on the inside. I want to do a little bit of inking on the inside, all the way around when it's going to look. Just a little bit edging. Okay. All right, so this is still how it's going to go on the page. Remember, we're working on this page back here, and it's going to flip out from here. So you're going to center it right in here, and it's going to flip out this way, and then this piece is going to flip out this way. Okay, guys, are you still with me? We may do a piece that flips up this way. I don't know. We'll figure it out in a minute. This is a fun part of all these flips and turns. We're still right here. So now I've got this piece I'm looking at right here, and I need to do a piece here. So we're going to do a piece right here. And I'm going to let that flip that way. Okay, so I need another piece. I might have another piece here. That's too thin. All right, let's see what we got over here that's ready to go. I know I cut a piece off that other one. Cut that one off. Cut this off. Got a nice coffee stain. I kind of like that. But I want some picture on it. So I don't have to do a lot of decorating. That's what I'm trying to prevent myself from having to do. And it's going to have to go this way. Okay. All right, let's do it this way. All right. I want it to go out this way. So again, I got to fold it in threes. But it's got to be smaller than that. So let's look at the first one. Let's get your first one folded about where you want the size of it to be on this front. Want it right about there. Okay. And the next piece, we want to fold the other way. So you're not going to quite come up to this edge. You're going to come a little bit beyond it so we don't get a fat stack here. We want a thin stack. So you leave a little bit of space right here. Does that make sense to everybody? I hope it does. But that's just so you won't get so much stacking in one area. Okay. All right. So we got it sized that way. I'm going to cut it off right here. Hopefully without cutting that edge. Okay. See, right on that edge there, I went right up there and went sideways. I do that a lot. All right, so now this is going to flip out this way. So we're going to glue it right in the middle. And it's a German spot, even though there's not lines in it, guys. We're going to decorate this one up a little. And I want it to be kind of centered here in this one. And I'll go find some other page that's got some really pretty decoration and make a pretty front cover here. Okay, I want to cut it off right there. So I'll line it up, make sure everything's straight. Put a little down. This is going to be a long video. All right, so here we go. Now, here's this next one. We want this to flip this way and this one to flip this way. And I really could have folded that up. If I didn't think about it. I could have folded that up and made a tuck. We're not going to do that on this one. What we're going to do here is decorate this. I really want to flip that way and flip that way. Let me look at it one more time because this one's going to flip this way. Okay, this looks good. All right, let's glue this down. I'm going to do a decorative corner here. I think I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait and do pop that corner after I decorate this sheet. We got to get some kind of a look here. And I really do want a tuck spot on the end, just like I did that one. I really want a tuck spot. So I'm going to go back and find the piece I cut off, or maybe a different piece. This is the piece I cut off. I think I'm going to make me a tuck spot right there. Okay, yep, I should not have cut that off, but that's okay. We did, and we're going to go with it. No problem. I'm going to tear that off that side there. That was a mistake. I tore the wrong piece, but that's okay. That works. Okay, let's stain this. Stain this tuck. Stain this tuck. And yes, we're still using 28 pounds. I'm not going into the heavy cardstock on this. But I'm going to make this tuck go right there on that edge. I could have rolled it over. I think that's where I cut it off at, but that's okay. You can always do what you want to do. It's paper for you. Paper is very friendly sometimes. Sometimes it's not, but most of the time it's very friendly. Okay, so there's my tuck spot at the end of that. All right. This is all my writing space. Go in here and find me one of these little cuties that I want to stuff in there. So somebody's got a piece of clip art. There's a pretty piece of clip art that goes in that tuck spot. At least shows them. Let's bear down. Okay, so there's my tuck spot. All right, so that's that. That's that. Okay, I'm take a look. That piece there had a little design on it, and that piece there had a little design on it. And if you wanted to, you could actually come in with your line paper. I'm not going to. Every tuck spot. I mean, some people can write without that. All right, so what we got to do now is come find us a design to go on the front part of our thing. All right. This is the front one. Okay, let's go in there and find something simple but pretty. Okay, we could actually go with the honeycomb for the corner thing. I like that. I do like that a lot. We got this one, so let's hold on to that. Or we can come in with this one. I really want something big and bold. You know what I'm saying? I like the way how that big bold flower was there. I don't know if we can cut something out of this without looking weird with just a piece of the dog showing. No. Oh, I like this. I like that. Okay, this is the one I'm going to use. Okay, I'm going to decorate this front with this piece here. I'm going to go in here like this and measure out what I want to cut of it. Okay, my pencil line should be right there, across there, across there. Oh, wow. These little lead pencils are so cheap and they just do not hold up. Okay, that's about where I want it. We're going to start like this. I can actually cut this first piece right on that line and get started with it. Okay, so now I cut my line off. All right, we cut the line off. Now look at it again. Have I already made it? Did I make it too small? How big? Wait a minute. I did. I looked at the wrong thing, didn't I? I measured it wrong. Ah, well, I don't think I like that. I done cut it, so that's why. Oh, wait, this is a piece. Wait a minute, this is a piece. Okay. I confused myself. If I had glued it down, I wouldn't have been confused. All right, so it's going to go this way and this way. So this is the piece we're covering. Oh my goodness, this time probably for lunch because I am acting like a lunatic here. Okay. All right, so let's put this over. Let's get it measured properly. Let's don't make that mistake and be so confused again. Because you know what? You can actually fold this over. Yep, because all that's going to glue down anyway. And that way I can be sure I have everything I want. I have to trim that I can. Okay, that's perfect. All right, let's just go ahead and glue that down. Because I'm gluing this side down, guys. This little flap here doesn't matter. Okay. It just gives me just a little bit more sturdiness here. That's all. That's the only reason I chose to leave it on. Okay, and then we're going to come under here and glue all this down. Again, if you wanted to, you can make another pocket here. I don't want one. Yeah, go ahead and glue it down. Then, after I get this glued, I'll punch my corner here with my fancy corner. And we'll stain it. Okay, because all we want to do is make sure that we have a picture on this front section. Okay, so there we go. I may have to come in and cut off just a tiny bit right there. I see a little bit of where it didn't cut exactly, but that's okay. You don't want to cut off our edge, so okay. All right, now we're going to go in and glue. Go in and stain. Oh my goodness. Go in and stain. Yep, it's lunchtime. I'm going to take a lunch break. because now I'm starting to look at the time and it's worrying me, and I can't help it. We're going to have to do one project, go all the way through it. And some projects just can't be done in 40 minutes. I don't care what you do, especially if you don't have everything planned. And I just don't plan anymore. I just find that I just do better. Now, I still could just flip it up this way if I wanted to. What do you guys think? Or should we just flip it this way? I almost like it flipped up like the other one. Now, this one flipped out. This one flipped out. So maybe this one should flip up since we're trying to do opposite of it. And again, I might do another tuck spot right there. I didn't do one here, but I'm going to do it here. Okay, so what I'm going to do with this one is make a belly band. So that's my front. I'm going to come in here and I'm going to make this into a belly band. I know, guys, I change my mind a lot, don't I? But I am. I like the idea of that being a belly band. So we're just going to go right here and right here, just the two sides. I want it to flip up. I'm going to center this in here. Because it's our center. Press my two edges down, and that's another thing. Just keep pressing because you want all this stuff to get really tight down. You don't want too much bulk here. Let's take this out for now. All right, so now we've got that, our tuck spot. And so what we're going to do now is come in, and I think I'm just going to round this edge. I don't know, because that's going to pop into a tuck spot. I don't think it's going to matter. Let's see. I mean, you know, we can always just do away with a tuck spot if we have to. And it's got a lot of layers to go through, so it's giving me a little bit of a hand struggle there. We got it. And you really can't see it. I didn't think that was going to be necessary, but I'll darken it up the best I can on that corner. You can see it on the inside, but you can't really see it on the outside. That's still a good tuck spot, regardless. It's not hurting a thing, okay? And there's that piece. All right, so we've actually got this much of this piece done. And it flips out. And I am going to round this corner here, just round the corner. I'm going to round this corner, not do the fancy corner on the inside, and round it. Okay. And I have to look at the bottom line because there's a little peak there that this corner has to completely fit in or it doesn't cut it right. So that's why I'm always upside down with my blades. Okay, there's that, there's that. I want to do a little bit of something right there. And you know what? Nothing else needs to be done right there. Just gives me a little bit of a decoration in there. I could make this a tuck spot, but we've already got the belly band tuck spot underneath there. So we don't need another tuck spot. We're just going to glue this artwork down. And this is the other piece of this piece. The piece that we held down right here. This is where I cut it from. So I'm going to use the remainder of that right here, coming off that same side. I'm going to totally glue this down, though. This is just clip art. Okay. We're halfway through it. Really got a lot left to do. If I had some tags done, it would really just be a breeze at this point. All right, so there's that journaling spot there. Let's wheel these really tight down. Okay, so there's that journaling spot. How cute is that? Okay, let's keep pressing down. We want to get it flat. Keep pressing down. Okay, there's that one. So here we are so far, guys. We've got this spot that opens here. We got this journaling card that comes out here. And it opens this way. Then we're going to open her up after we put this back in. Open it up. Then we've got on the very front, we've got a spot here with a tuck spot that we can just tuck something down in. And then it opens up this way, folds out. This is a journaling spot. Okay, so that's where we are on that one. So we've got all that done. Now on this side, we need to come in with a tuck and one of our cards. All right, so What do we want? We got a little bigger tuck spot here, so we might can go with a little larger card. I don't think I have another square one, but I've got this really cute upright one. Let's lay that aside. Let's see if we've got any more big flowers that's cut enough. Oh yeah, there's one. There is one, and that'll be perfect, guys. What do you think? Let's do it up a little higher there. And then this card can just slide in there. What do you think? Well, remember, we got a card going to go there, so, excuse me. All right. Now, again, this is going to be a tuck, so we need it to be strong. So we're going to take the 110 pound, and I'm going to roll it over. I know it looks quite strange what I'm doing, but I'm really going to make my tuck really strong. Okay, so I'm just going to roll this over, make sure it's going to fit. I'm going to roll this over, and I'm going to glue 2 pieces of the 110 pound together first. Like that. Weld it really tight. So now you've got a heavy piece. All right, we're going to glue this one under there, so we don't need this much. Put that aside for another project. Come in. And glue this, really glue it down. You want all these points glued. You don't want them to pop up. My throat's getting sore and dry. I apologize. And I didn't bring my drink or my coffee over here. All right, a lot of glue. If you ever have to over glue, this is the right spot to do it. Get it down, and now you're going to cut that whole thing out after you press it down good. Pull that glue out from behind it. Burp it good. Wipe it off before you run across it again. And this is going to be our tuck spot for right here. We're coming right along now. We're almost done. We are. My husband is working on my house again. I don't know if y'all can hear the saw, because my video mic does kind of block out some of the background noises. But if you hear sawing, that is my precious, loving husband still working on our house. I don't think he will ever. I think he will build to the day he leaves this earth. That man loves to build. He has built that house. It started out as this is a story. This house of ours started out as a 3-bedroom, 920 square foot house. Up like a beach house. It was up on tall stilts. And over the years, he's added it to it's now a 5-bedroom house and 2.5 bath. And he built the downstairs. It was on 13-foot pylons, so we were able to get enough height downstairs to build a downstairs underneath the house. So that's where my living room, kitchen, dining room is, and my bedroom is downstairs because I can no longer climb the stairs. I just don't have the energy to climb the stairs anymore. Plus, when I keep my grandbaby, he's a daredevil, and I can't be upstairs and come down and come over here to the shop because he's still asleep a lot of days. But anyway, my husband has built that house, and now he's working on the outside. He's adding a row of brick around the whole base of our house because he had vinyl all the way to the ground on our house, and he started weed eating. And when he weed eated, the weed eater has hit our vinyl and chewed up every piece that's on the lower level. So now he's gone and got, I guess it's veneer, brick veneer. It's not truly stone. It's brick veneer. Well, it's veneer that they actually make out of concrete, but it looks like stone. It's really beautiful. And he's putting that layer across the bottom of our house. We lost a lot of our vinyl in a storm in May, and it's taken us all this time to get it fixed. I'll tell you one thing. Well, all our houses around here lost it, so it was hard to get somebody to come get it done at a reasonable length. So he's tried to do most of it himself, and I think he's enjoyed it. But that's what the sawing is. Got that off on another tangent while I was working. All right, we've got that pretty piece of tuck spot done. Now let's decide. Okay, we're going to have something in here. And because the colors are so close, I think I'm going to come in, if I can squeeze it back there without tearing anything. I'm going to make me a, I think I'm going to make me a thumb tab. Oh gosh, it's not in the center though. Ah! You know what? That doesn't even matter. And we're going to go just like this to kind of break up that monotony there. Yeah, we had to break that up. So now you know there's a pocket there. And then we're going to come in with this tuck. And we need to decide about where it's going to go. And I don't want my card any taller than that right there. So that's good. So again, tuck spot. We're just going to glue the bottom half. Glue it heavy. We want it good and strong. I don't want Superman to even be able to pull it off, as that girl said. Okay. Push it down. If you haven't ever watched Kate Mower's videos, you need to watch them. She is hysterically funny. I love to watch her. Okay, this is not complete. We are going to put, I don't know what. Well, let's just do it. Let me tell you what we're going to do. Let's just do it. By the time I tell you, I can probably have this thing glued down and start cutting out. But we're going to make a journaling card out of it. With a journaling spot on the back. Easy enough. Again, we're going to lay this down. Press all the air out from behind it to get a nice, smooth, strong card. And we're going to cut that little baby out. Then we're going to stain her up. Pop her in. And this one, I'm actually going to do the four corners as a... I'm actually going to do the four corners on this, guys. So bear with me. We're actually going to do that. Up. Now this is just me using a kind of sticking with a theme. Kind of getting the theme started, and I'm kind of sticking with it. Getting things trimmed out. Then we're going to stain it. And I may go back in and pull all that green off. These edges. It's just had a green edge all the way around. I'm going to try to get as much of that green off as I can. Just because it doesn't look right, because I've cut so much of it off already. So let's try to trim it off without messing up our design. And we did. And we did. That worked out well. Okay. Stain it all the way around. And now you can see how pretty that design is cut into the edge. All the way around. Nice journaling spot here. That's going to tuck right in there. Okay, so now we've got that side done so far. This is where we are. Now, what we got left, let me see what we got left. We need to tuck a tag here. And I don't know what tags we're going to use, but I think we're going to go with the cat there because that's exactly the right height for that. And then when we glue it on the page, we will come back and put a tag behind there. Okay, guys, we finished up, and I am really surprised it didn't take us as long as I thought. So let's go find where we're going to put it in, and then we'll work on the other tag. And when I come back, you'll be able to see a tag. A tag's going to go there. So we're going to grab it here, right here on this side. We don't want no glue up here, and we're going to go. But my question is, do we want to put it? No, we don't want design. Let's go. Tag in the top. So we're going to, and it doesn't have to be real wide, so you can put your glue a little bit further in, just kind of make it so it's going to be strong, because you got to remember, this is flimsy, so you want, and that's why we used 110 pound as a base backboard here, because we had so much weight going on it. We're going to get that where it belongs, and we're going to hold it right here, and we're going to put it all the way to the bottom of it, but try to measure it right in between our threads. Where our stitching is, all the way around. And I'm going to come with my fingernails. This is the time when I use my fingernails as my tool. And we're going to press. And we did not get a lot of bulk. It's nice. It's just the right amount. It's not heavy. It didn't add a lot. See, the book has still got a lot of room for us to do some more projects. And we've actually got 2 of those projects in here. So that worked out well. So now let's see it. Let's just grab some other kind of tag temporary. It's just a temporary tag. because it's not anywhere near big enough for me. I don't see anything any larger. For right now, we're just going to use these 2 tags. There's going to be a tag there, and there's going to be a tag there. Okay, when you come into this page here, here's your interactive work. You're going to pull this open, and you have this piece here. Okay, that's a writing spot. Then you're going to open up again, and you've got a writing spot that goes that way. Okay, then you open it again, you got a writing spot going that way. Okay, then you got your tuck here, and you got your and we can actually, we've got an opening that was up here. Okay, we got I didn't pull that one out. We have a tuck here behind there. I knew there was another one. Front tuck, back tuck, flip this one up, and then flip this one out, and then flip it closed. And then you're going to have a tag and a tag. So, that's our project today, guys. I hope you like it. I hope you'll be able to take it and do it for whatever journals you're working on. Remember that sometimes you may have to prep and print extra. You may have to print extra pages to get these things working like you want it. My line print like this is in my kit, so you can go in and find that. And when you print these, print them on 28 pound and print them front and back. And then you're not adding a lot of bulk if you use 28 pound. And then you get all these beautiful secret journaling spots that you can actually do your writing in. I just think it's so unique. Again, I'll be shout out to Kaye Mower, where I got my inspiration from. Hey, Kate, I hope you watched my video. Hope you like what you see. And again, if you haven't watched any Kate's videos, go watch them. She is so hysterically funny. I sit at night. This is no joke. I sit at night after I worked all day, and I love to watch her videos. I can just watch them and watch them and watch them. And then she's introduced me. Today, I have actually got introduced on one of her videos to her mother-in-law, who is named Kathleen Mower, M-O-W-E-R, like a lawnmower, but she pronounced it mower or something like that. But anyway, go watch her videos if you have not. I will try to put a link to her her YouTube channel below. Sometimes I forget to do that. You might remind me. But anyway, again, Nana Kaye signing off. We are going to come back with another project, another really interactive project. If you don't like the way this is popping up like this, you can actually come in here and do another tuck if you want to. I think it's fine because I don't mind it. But anyway, there we are. That's our project today. This is going to be, it's going to be our stack flip 1 and our stack flip 2. We've got 2 different sides, but the same concept, guys. So one is going one way and the other one is going out a different way, totally reversed. Both in the same journal, different patterns and cards in and with it. It's just easy to do. It's a little bit time consuming until you get the hang of it. But anyway, we can do to that an hour and 17, 20 minutes, somewhere along there. So this is Nana Kaye signing off for today. Hope to see y'all again soon. We're going to try to finish up this particular journal signature this week. First week of November 2023. I hope by the second week of November this part's done, and then we will start on the cover, and we may get the cover done sometime this week. Let's hope so. I have to work at the other job all week, but I'm going to carry my stuff with me and get ready to load my car up for tomorrow. So again, Nana Kaye signing off. Have a beautiful day, and I appreciate you watching. Please subscribe and come again soon. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, everybody.